So I know for a fact that if you haven't hit source code yet, you're sitting there wondering what's going on in this place. Well, number one, it's a script. Jesus followed his script. Is the servant greater than the master? It's a 3D book. If you look over there, there's dirt. That's dirt been there forever. Those trees right there were here before I was born, and they're going to be here when I'm gone. But this place will be renovated eventually. All this stuff you're looking at, all these buildings are going to burn up. It's going to be a new heaven, a new earth. The sky, the stars, everything will fall down like a curtain. The stage of life. And if you realize that your 3D body is just an avatar of your spirit, you're just playing out a role in the scroll. But it's already been played out. Jesus rose from the dead. You're already a victor if you're in Christ by faith. You enter in by faith. So you're already won. So what is the purpose of all this? The devil's system is trying to get you to think that you didn't win. It's trying to get you to look at the natural realm instead of the spiritual. Every problem you face, there was already a solution before it appeared on the scene. Doesn't matter what it is. There's always a solution before the problem appeared, because the lamb slain before the foundation of the world. Everything has a solution. You just have to tap into it. How do you tap into the solution? You collapse the wave function by faith. Lord, I need a solution. I've got a problem. Then the universe starts to work. God starts to move the universe to solve your problem. He's already doing it. He's just waiting for you to ask, The solution's already there. You just have to believe and ask and walk by faith. And if you really think about it, the faith walk is what the quantum physicists talk about when they say collapse the wave function. You're saved by faith, you walk by faith. All possibilities in Christ, all wave functions, all possibilities are in Jesus. He holds it all together. God knows you just like He knows everybody. Every person is per the Son, so everybody is on the radar of God. And everything that's happening down here in this machine is like a feedback loop. This is a feedback loop. It's so big, it's hard to believe you're in a machine. Imagine being a piston in an engine. But this whole engine is the whole universe. It's such a big, like the blue sky right there, that represents law. This represents Cain. So you're in the flesh, so you're down here on this earthly, fleshly, temporal situation in your body, but your spirit, you're seated in the heavens. And so even though this is green and that's blue, which is the flesh and law, there's some white clouds up there. The grace of God is right there. The white clouds represent God's reign. Even though the system fell into the hands of the devil, Adam and Eve handed it over, still God reigns. White is the righteousness of Christ. So the clouds point back to the grace of God. It rains on the just and the unjust, right? And if you notice, all the trees and all the plants are trying to rise up out of this horizontal plane into the heavenlies, Doesn't matter if it's a flat earth or not, or round or concave or hologram. You notice the trees trying to rise up. The symbology is you need to rise up out of this place. Enoch walked with God and was not. Elijah was caught up. The devil goes down. The demons go down. Up is symbolic. Pick you up. U-P-P-U, pick up. God is trying to pick you up. Rise up in this ridiculous place. It's just repeating. Everything's what your grandparents, your parents, all the stuff's just repeating. You might say, well, the AI's new, the technology's new. It might be the math was already there. The mathematics has always been there. It just appears. It's just a revelation of what's already been. It's always been here. It's just starting to reveal itself. That door is there before I walk up to it. Okay? If I'm not even looking at the door, as I walk to that door, it starts to appear more and more. I see the door. If you have enough sage in you, S-A-G-E, you can see the door before it appears by looking at all the data points. So the door's there, but it doesn't appear, and I really can't touch it until I get to the door. But it's always been here.